Hello and welcome again to Steve's Long Stay Workshop, where things can be looked at for various reasons. I've got one or two bastards in here just now, so hopefully, just to keep the internet happy, in the meantime, something's a bit simpler, I hope, because at the moment I've got 2 or 3 things waiting for components, so I'm a bit stuck. But anyway, as far as tape recorders go, the ones that we have in the UK, to the early days, the first ones were Grundig. We all know that. I've got some Grundigs coming up. But also there were the ones from Holland, from America, and of course from the UK. But the German tape recorders were among some of the best, and 2 of the best known models are the Niagara, which I can't afford, and the UHER 4000 report series, which, by the way, you can still get some places actually new. But this isn't a 4000. This is a 4200, and the difference is that this one is stereo. Put them both in, it's stereo. So basically, it can either be that or a 4-track machine. So 2 meters. Probably 2 speakers. I've not been in to have a look yet. Mic levels, volume, and of course with these, of course, it's always with these, of course, on and off is linked with speed control. So this is the one that the one up from the UHER 4000. It's 4002. They are the next one up, like I said. With this one, by the way, I've got the paperwork here with it, of course. Circuit diagram and all the other bits and pieces. There we are. Have a look. There we are. So that's the circuit, and the diagrams, of course, are here. The deck is the same as the 4000, obviously, but obviously the parts of it won't be, because of course it's a 4200. This is the literature that came with it. So it talked about the different machines and how they work, including bits inside showing picture quality and everything else. Yeah. That's in German. The book, just working in vintage languages, a guarantee which is probably well out of date, and of course other books of words here about the various ones that they do and what they don't see, and how to operate them. So we've got all the stuff with it that we need. So, because I'm used to the 4000 rather than the 4002, but also 4004, the first thing I'm going to do is look at the various bits and pieces and make sure I know what's what before I carry on. But before I do that, the deck, road's okay, yeah. Wide buttons are okay, as we know, starts, there we are, and of course pause. So this one I hope will be okay, because as I said, this is the one which people don't know as much about as the 4000. So yeah, there's a handle, by the way, as well. So let's get into it and have a look. Basically, the 4200 is like a stereo or 4-track machine. Let's try and find it in English, please. Here we are. Yeah. These also have automobile batteries and stuff in them, so they do virtually everything. So yeah, I've not got the mains adapter for it, but batteries can be got, and of course the power supply is there as well, so we can look at it that way as well. If I let it go back down a bit, there we are. That's the top of it, you see, and of course it's got the reels as well there, including the famous Gevart reel, of course, which might have come with it. I don't know. I don't know about that. But always with things like this, never go in without knowing what you're doing. Always have a read. Right, here is the diagram of the UHER 420 from the manual here. And the 4200, unlike the 4000, will operate in stereo as well, but not 4-track the way that most tape recorders do. With this machine, when recording stereo, you use both two tracks of the tape at the same time, so the tape effectively becomes one-sided. It's not like line 1 4 and 2 and 3 or on British machines at the time. It gives better quality, but unfortunately it uses more tape. Now to use it in mono, you press button number 13 on there, it's that one there you see, and use that one there for record and play the usual way. To play back in stereo, by the way, you need an extra speaker which connects on the side down here in one of these sockets here. That's how that's done, but you can select between playing the tape forwards or back with the commercial available 2-track tape. Stereo, again, you can use 2 meters or just one for mono, and the 2 mic sockets there as well. It's 5-inch reels, and the speeds, of course, go from 15, 16 right through to 7.5, I think. Either that or 1.5 due to 15. I believe both versions were produced, but I'm not quite sure yet which one this is. I'll check that. Well, that's basically how the thing works. It's like a tape recorder. It's like an ordinary UHER 4000, but obviously it's got a few differences because it's the middle range, if you like. There were 3 models. There was the 4000 series, which is one behind me, which I need to look at, which somebody made a real mess of. I might use this actually to put that one back together. Actually, use this as it when this is working. I use this one to work out where things go on that one behind me. This is the 4200, also the 4000 as well. So that is how the thing operates. It's basically it's an ordinary machine. Operates on batteries, off a car battery, through an adapter. Also, you can put batteries in it as well, or in my case here, there's a power supply which I will be using to make it do its stuff. The fellow that had this actually, he said the problem is the drive belt, but there's one inside it. So I don't know how good or bad that one that's in it, or that one is, but we'll find it soon enough, won't we? So if I was to take various things away, we can look at the machine itself. And this is it, the 4200 out of its case and on the bench, ready to be worked on. Like I said, those buttons there, stereo or mono normal, the other stereo track there. On the side here there's the 3 buttons, and the speaker earphone is the middle one, okay? There's also got stickers for sockets for input power, and of course recording off, say, a record player, something like that. It's all on this thing. That's the counter, and that is the way to control. And speed control with this also is the on-off switch, by the way, as well. So that's something else which you know, it's a good way of making sure batteries don't get blown up, you know, or negative. Yeah, that's always look forward to. So like that, you see, now that is off. That is off, okay, like that. Especially like that, you see, and the buttons. Rewind, forward, record, we should put then with play, thinking it like that, you see, like that, yeah, and pause, and of course off. It's simple, it's the usual simple arrangement that you get with these. So without any further ado, let's switch it on and see what it says for itself. I hope it's not rude. And never put power to anything without having a look inside first, and this machine is no exception. First of all, among the bits that came from inside were a transistor, which I don't know where that's from, but I'm sure we'll find out at some stage with that. But also, if you look at the circuit here, it's obviously been reversed or overvolted. You see that there, you see, from there to there, that track is open circuit, quite noticeably. So, first thing we need to do is check that, and also after I've done that, then we need to think very much about why this is done like that, because it's obviously something has happened to it in its past, which something means therefore there might be something inside here which needs to be looked at. First thing to get this board out on these, the screw here which comes out, and when it does come out, go and lift the board up and have a look underneath. Like that. I'll just turn the thing round so you can see. There we are. Right. Now that's okay. That's what come out there. It doesn't appear to be much that has really gone off with a bang here, so it might be okay. But obviously, because components look okay, it doesn't always mean that they are. So things like that, always go and put yourself on your guard straight away. So always on your guard we're checking something like this, but things like that, you do always put yourself on your guard at all times. So the next thing to do is to bridge that up, clean that up, and then of course I'll go across with the Avo and see if anything which is not what it should be, particularly dead shorts and things like that. And of course that transistor, well, I don't know, I really don't know. A look at the circuit on these, by the way, tells me that they appear to be a positive ground, which is okay, we can be, there's no problem with that, you know, like many transistor radio of the time were. But what I've done here is I've taken the what appears to be positive here, negative, black but negative, and I've not actually connected it up yet. But from there to there, come in, there are rather a lot of k ohms, as you can see if I do that. It'll come up, and it should come up to rather more than I'd like actually. So that is about 352 ohms. It was K before. I don't know what's happening here, but that was K before, so I don't know. But if I then decide to go across the main board again, that's the positive rail is here. Which I'll put down here like that. To there, yeah, that should be 0, which it isn't. Right, there to there should be 0. and so I did not try that now. Yeah. So we know that that track is okay. Yeah. Now there's about 1.5k across there, and of course, like I said, to here. It could go up actually to about the same. Still climbing actually. Capacity charge up probably, you know, but there you are. So that is now looking okay to there. Again, that's okay, and now that's okay to there. Which now reading 1.1 megs. Which it should be. Well, it's on, and I'll select start as well, and see what it reads now. But 1.5k there, and here. It reads about the same. So, looking at this, I think there's some. What I'm going to do, and I know I probably shouldn't, is I'm going to link it up again here, and see what it does for the battery terminals, because that's the important bit. Battery terminal time. So we know that the positive is ground on this, so that is ground there. Okay, I'll put that there, so it goes to that there, and it should now go to here, which is positive here, which it does, as you can see, the meter, which is nicely put. Hopefully where you can see it. There you can. Right, now the positive side of it won't go anywhere because it's not connected. I can prove that by connecting that to there like that. Again, and does it go to there? Yes, it does. And does it go to here? No, it doesn't. But put it into play mode, whatever mode that is, and there you are. And it now reads, as you can see. Not very well, but it does read, as you can see there, 0.59 ohms, which is not what it should be by any stretch of imagination, but well, because that line, of course, comes out of the out of this transistor here, by the way. This is for your information. I just hold it so you can see. That one there. Yeah, that is actually on the back of back of this board here, and again, all of it is disconnected as soon as the thing goes to deck. So everything is off at that point, even the idiot diode. So with it off, there's nothing there. With it in circuit like that, it's about 5 ohms to there. That's a. I'll live with that. I'll live with that for now. Okay, and not for very long, but for now, because looking at the circuit here, that one I think should be about 10 ohms, but I can live with that for now. So if we go across the contact now, we get about come on, read it. Yeah. The 300 ohms. Now, after the idiot diode, or dummy diode, or protection diode, depending on which one you want to use. Here's another one, but that is not Duke of a Family, so I really can't. That proves that the diode, protection diode, should be okay. But going off this line up here, you see, it goes to a relay here as well. And that relay goes back up here as well. So possibly going through that. Where's that other end of it go? Yeah, it's the sockets. So that might be where that is coming from. There's a 56 ohm resistor to the capacitor deck there. Okay, and there's also it goes to the output, which is in this board here, which must have come out and be checked. I don't know yet on that one. I will do. But it also comes onto the main board. What can you to point with? Okay, right. It also comes onto the main board over this wire here. And that only goes to a lamp. So, yeah. Now, what I will do here is I will power it up and see what it does. See what it does with and without the deck connector up and set going, because no power flows on this until the deck is activated. It's not like the other ones. That is negative or positive. It's positive ground on these, as I said previously. That's ground there to there. It's 0 ohms from there to there, even with it completely switched off. So that is matched up with circuit here. So again, there's no problem as such there. That's as is, quite frankly, you know. Anyway, so from there, therefore, we put the other terminal in like that, and it does in fact read absolutely nothing, as you can see there. Power supply, therefore, is at 10.775 volts, and it still is. Okay, so that's as you can see there, that's fine. Okay, so therefore we switch the thing on, but to rewind maybe, and there we go again. The voltage drops down to 3 volts, and the power, the voltage goes to 3 volts, and the current is something like a lot higher than it should be. Anyway, it is not. It's about 30 or in. It's up at 0.4 amps or thereabouts. So that is not right, shall we say? If we take it to the other range and reset the power supply to 7 volts, like so, do the same again, I bet you it'll be the same. And it is. It drops it straight away. And the power again is to the roof. So obviously this is obviously got a fault on the power supply stages or something drawing excess current. Good if I didn't put batteries in this, because if I did, they'd be sorted very quickly, and the police seen quite immediately where the problem was. Now in this case I wonder if it is actually on this board, because that's where the circuit was broken there. So it's something on the main board. So it could be anything. It could literally be anything. So it's time to go inside and have a look. Fault number one is actually a drive belt. We'll get it on camera. There we are. It's an ordinary drive belt. It's very, very not quite gone as far as Phillips yet, but certainly going in that direction. I'll also took out the amp board here, yeah, although it doesn't seem to be a problem. And look what happens now. Again, switched off, nothing happened, but switch it on, and that's not the motor is going round there doing something. Put it to play. There it is also, again, doing something. So we're getting there. So next thing we do, we change that belt, forgot one, and try it again. I notice there's no audio, but then again, there could be other things wrong with it, so we'll come to that one as and when. Like for example, turn the volume up, so we'll do that again very quickly. With this on as well. So there we are. So the amp board is probably okay as well. So therefore, that on the circuit board was caused by that belt. I'd never seen that before with anything, but that was the first time for everything, isn't there? Fault number one is actually a drive belt. We'll get it on camera. There we are. It's an ordinary drive belt. It's very, very not quite gone as far as Phillips yet, but certainly going in that direction. I'll also took out the amp board here, yeah, although it doesn't seem to be a problem. And look what happens now. Again, switched off, nothing happened, but switch it on, and that's not the motor is going round there doing something. Put it to play. There it is also, again, doing something. So we're getting there. So next thing we do, we change that belt, forgot one, and try it again. I notice there's no audio, but then again, there could be other things wrong with it, so we'll come to that one as and when. Like for example, turn the volume up, so we'll do that again very quickly. With this on as well. So there we are. So the amp board is probably okay as well. So therefore, that on the circuit board was caused by that belt. I'd never seen that before with anything, but that was the first time for everything, isn't there? Now, when you're cleaning a tape recorder like this, after a drive belt change, you have to clean where it's been, because some drive belts, this one was actually stuck on this wheel here, which by the way turns freely. I did check that. That turns freely. Ours does that because this lot turned on play, so that was okay. So first thing we do is clean all the crap off this here. First thing you do. It's not as bad as the Phillips ones, this, but it's not good, shall we say. So it's got to be, you know, got right before the new belt goes in. Now, how it became like it did, I really don't know. But obviously it had done, and the motor had tried so hard to turn it round that it actually burned the track of the printed circuit board from earlier on, which actually was, well, it's actually worried me a bit, because of course that could have been anything. The rest of it, as we know, checked out okay. So hopefully with this we should have the thing working rather better than it was. Just basically keep on cleaning, you know. And the motor itself also needs to be cleaned up as well. So we have to go through and check up, basically, make sure it's all okay. This one, by the way, it's for the wines, so it doesn't matter as regards tape speed, but you know, still get these things right, because we should do, you know. And then of course I'll put the new belt back on. The new belt, by the way, I think this one will fit. This one here, I think that'll fit. Only one in that bag that was suitable, so the rest of them has gone into file 13. At least it isn't as bad as the Phillips machines. The Phillips machines are dreadful for this, they really are. It goes everywhere. The reason for that, by the way, is because the belts were not cured properly in the first place. Cured, by the way, you know, when you see a sign marked wet paint, the paint isn't wet, it's not cured. Dry paint is cured, not dried. Seriously. So when you see a sign marked wet paint, it wants you to do just that. Good excuse anyway, isn't it? So now, with that like that, I shall now go and put this through there. And now at this stage in the proceedings now, it does actually turn, as you can hear there. I don't know if you can see it, but you can hear it. If I lift that up like that, you should be able to see it moving. And you can, I can see the monitor, you can. So that was basically, that drive belt was actually causing problems on the main circuit board, which is certainly interesting to say the least. So now we put all this lot back together again and see what happens. Well, with the that belt back in now, you see, fast forward, rewind and play, which as you can hear is also doing something. Anyway, so that's it. So that is where we're up to. So at this point now, let's do something something a bit interesting, like give it a tape and see what it does. Yes, I know I've not cleaned the head yet. I will do, but I just want to see what I want to see what, if anything, it'll do. This is a knackered tape, by the way, so I'm not too fussed about it. If it makes a mess of it, so you know we can get away with it. So with it, is it laced up properly? Or laced up anyway? okay, yeah, but nothing on playback. Right, okay. So we need to get playback. There's a belt in here which looks as though it was probably past its best. But before I go and look at that, I'm going to have a look under here and see if the capstan is moving. Because if it didn't, well, that is our problem. So this comes off here. Like all tape recorders, under here is somewhere you only go if you need to. Okay, don't go anywhere like this unless you have to. Because also under here is the head assembly. So you know it's not really something that you want to mess with. On many tape recorders it works, but this one it doesn't. So now let's see what it does. Well, that's working okay. So yeah. What happened then was that, of course, rewind and fast forward worked okay, but the playback it didn't want to know. And the reason why it didn't want to know was, if I get it in shot, this belt here, which goes from here to here, yeah, on the other side of the motor. This too is past its best. This one it hasn't gone to goo or anything, it's just bigger than it should have been on tighter. So I will now look for another belt and put that one on. I might possibly take the one from the one behind me and see if that's any better. It's working on the first track of the tape here, the forward track, and there we are, it's working. This is a tape which I use for rough testing, by the way, so it's not that good, but and that's still the side, just proved my point a bit earlier on. Okay. 7.5. That's a 4-speed, which I like to say. 7.5. 3 3/4. 1 7/8, and 15/16, which is used for speech only. The singer, by the way, I think is Brenda Lee, for those who want to ask such things. Now, if that's okay, then I shall now go for broad and give it some Ken Dog. The official test tape, which is, as you can see here, turn it round for you. It's Ken Dog. It's Ken Dog. Hits for now and always. So let's have some Ken Dog hits for now and always. By the way, I realise that I can't play too much of this because of copyright, but this is the one which I use for workshop testing. So you know, it's the one which I use for testing playback and stuff. These tapes, by the way, this one does have a copyright notice on it, on the leader, but a lot of the World Record Club tapes don't, and for that reason they are very good indeed for this sort of work, especially on YouTube. So they're quite to get hold of. There's plenty of them, but I've got loads, but for now let's have some Ken Dodd. This one is going to start with a song called Happiness, which I'm sure you know. Come on. That's the other track, of course, sung in backwards. So I'll let that run for a bit, and then we'll look at record as well, and split, and things like cleaning heads. Old tape is back on now, and first thing I do is play, like that. Now on these record, it's just those two, like that. There's no mic connected at the moment, but let's see if it erases. And you can see it does on that channel. Now the other side, same applies. Backwards, and play, and we want to go together, and do the same again. And see if that will erase. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. That erases on both channels. So now we've got to get a microphone and see if it actually records as well. This one, I don't think it does. We'll just check it, but I don't think this does actually work with this machine. But we'll try it and see. There's no harm in trying, is there? So again, there's Brenda Lee, and the meters aren't working on this, so I don't think. I'll play that again. The meters aren't working on this, so I don't think it's going to record. And it isn't. So, as a guess, I would say this microphone isn't suitable for this machine, which is fair enough. I mean, lots of different tape recorders and lots of different ways of wiring things up, so that isn't such a problem. So I'll find out what sort of mic it needs from the manual, and see if we've got one. By the way, with things like this, the manual will tell you which one it should be and where it is. Again, look through the manual and you should find a way of find the way it wires up. It doesn't have to be a UHER mic, it has to be one that will do. So let's have a look. It's up here. Right, okay. Let's have a look at that under the. Have a look at this here under the and see. And it's a different plug actually as well. That's a 3-pin. These appear to be 7-pin. So I don't think it's going to work. No, it's not. I can see what it's not doing. So I'll look for a mic that will do that, and maybe not now, but I will look for a mic that does that. But we know that we've got the job cracked, as it were, so nearly home. I've got another microphone for this. It's a Telefunken, and another German microphone. So hopefully, if we press record and play, first of all, that's playback, and that proves that the microphone's okay. And the dial on the front is registering as well, quite strongly actually. So turn that down a bit. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, let's see if that's done it, shall we? that's a bit lacklustre, isn't it? Okay. Well, in that case, there's obviously another fault, which is interesting because, of course, there was a transistor with it as well. So obviously, there's something else to be sorted here. Now, in this situation, first thing we do is look at the manual and what's happening and think. By the way, it's the same on the other channel, I think, as well. Or the speaker won't broadcast it. It will be the same. So yeah. So therefore, what we do at this point is we look and think. We know the microphone's okay because, of course, we got a howl and I could speak to it and it came out the speaker, because on these machines the volume control on record operates the speaker as a monitor. It's one of those little things that happen. So that's okay. So therefore the mic's okay. Most of this lot here is okay, and the audio amps are okay. So we're looking elsewhere. And so now, with a tape recorder like this, with any tape recorder, we know that the erase is okay because you heard the erase there, so that's okay. So we know that lot's okay as well, and the meters are okay as well. So everything seems to work, but not the but it's not putting it on the tape. So at this point we have to look and we have to think. Always at this point use the grey matter more than anything else, because the most simple faults can cause the most confusing problems if you don't know what you're looking for. Now on this one, I think the first thing to do here is look at things that are common to them both. So therefore, I will look therefore two capacitors here, which I will be looking at, and there's I think it's L1 and L6. Things very small. So get the manual out and look at L6 and L5. Again, these are common to each one stage, and therefore I think the problem here, nothing more than switching. I think there's nothing more here wrong than switching and possibly head cleaning. So I'll look at that and then we'll try again. So I'll wind the tape off. That's it, the erase you see there. And we'll take it from there. So back underneath we go. It's the way these things are sometimes, you know. Don't forget, this is a machine which somebody let me have, and I want to know why the capacitor in here that wasn't meant to be as well. So that's interesting in itself, isn't it? So there you go. That goes down. That comes out, and we go underneath and have a look at various bits and pieces underneath here. Again, right. So again, we always look and think before we do anything else. Before we do anything else, always look and think. Always keep your head about you. Always be logical and think of what it can and can't be. Very important, that. Very important. So, switching is these two. Hang on, if I turn the thing around so you can see, and take the camera up a bit. Hang on. The switching, of course, is these here. Switches from play to record, and switches various bits of circuit in and out as necessary. But there don't appear to be any components missing from what I looked before. So again, I don't know. L6 and L5 we will find at some point in here, I'm sure. And but first of all, I think giving everything a good spray might be the next way forward with these. Also, are there any wires off anywhere? I don't think there are. But again, simple fault with a course that is, you know, simple as well. But if you're not careful, you can really get caught up with things like this. So get some spray and do the switches and see what happens. all the switches cleaned inside there, and the heads and the caps are all that cleaned as well under here. It's just 2 screws and off this lid comes. I use cotton buds and just egg cleaning solution and rather a lot of buds actually because it was absolutely filthy. But it does seem to have perked up as a result, as you will hear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Volume up. And here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you are. So it's done in that respect. Now, before I finish this job up completely, that microphone isn't the right one for it. This thing isn't the right one for it. This is a Telefunken one, which machine is coming up actually sometime in the future. So I'll put that out of the way and put this thing back together properly and give it a clean, really, including the top here, which appears to have had a bit of a knock. I'll probably glue that down again as well. Now, these tape recorders, they are very, very important even now in the trade and very collectible too. This is a 420, which is rare still. But with all these tape recorders, I'm afraid the various accessories for them, if you look on eBay, they are terribly pricey. I mean, you can get a mains adapter for these as well, but looking 40 quid on eBay for one of those, and a microphone too. This one will work with that microphone, so it's going to, and basically it's going to be this one's going to be mine. I honestly, this one was going to be mine. Haha. So its news gathering days are over, but entertainment days obviously aren't. So until next time on the Steve Pelleby's Vintage Electronics Long Stay Workshop, goodbye, take care, and keep fixing radios and tape recorders. Bye bye and take care.